Welcome to Byte-Sized Tech, where we blend casual conversations with insightful discussions on the latest in technology and gadgets. You know, sometimes it feels like the tech world changes, well, really fast. Like one minute you're trying to figure out the latest social media app, and then the next minute there are plant-animal hybrid cells. What even is that?
Right.
Luckily, I'm joined by our resident expert who can help us make sense of it all. So what's got you buzzing this week?
Well, for starters, it seems that Apple is up to their old tricks, again, operating as usual in stealth mode. They've got everyone whispering about their secret project, smart glasses.
Okay, smart glasses. I've heard that one before. What makes this different from every other attempt at smart glasses?
It's all about how Apple's approaching it.
Oh, okay.
Keeping everything super hush-hush. They're running these internal studies with employee feedback groups. Classic Apple, playing the long game, and building anticipation.
So we're not going to see these glasses anytime soon then?
Probably not. Knowing Apple, they'll take their sweet time to get it just right.
Right.
But think about it. They're also working on a cheaper version of the Apple Vision Pro and a second-generation device with a faster chip.
So they're really doubling down on augmented reality, huh?
Exactly. It's not just a fad for them. They're in it for the long haul.
Interesting. Well, while Apple plays the waiting game, OpenAI nearly made a big splash with their new AI model,
Right.
O1. Almost released it by accident, didn't they?
Yeah, kind of a whoopsie on their part.
Yeah.
Turns out people could access the model just by tweaking the URL.
Oh, wow.
Of course, they fixed it now, but not before some folks got a sneak peek at what O1 can do. There are even examples of its output floating around online.
Oh, really?
Kind of a big deal for the AI world.
Makes you wonder what other secrets are lurking out there in the digital world just waiting to be accidentally uncovered.
No, that's a thought.
Okay, so we've got secretive tech giants and almost released AI, but then there's this plant-animal hybrid cell thing.
Yeah,
It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie. What's the deal with that?
right. This one's wild. Japanese scientists have figured out how to give animal cells the ability to photosynthesize. You know, use sunlight for energy like plants do.
Wait, so they basically created animal cells that can make their own food from sunlight?
That's exactly it.
That's insane. What could they even use that for?
The applications are mind-boggling, honestly.
Yeah.
Think lab-grown tissues, artificial organs, maybe even artificial meat. And get this, they could potentially create skin sheets that heal themselves using sunlight.
Okay, now that's the future I want to live
That's
in.
it too. It's truly groundbreaking stuff.
Speaking of pushing boundaries, we can't forget about the space race. Looks like China is taking a page out of SpaceX's playbook with their redesigned Long March 9 rocket.
I know, right? It's practically a twin of SpaceX's Starship, and there's a good reason for that.
Let me guess. Reusable rockets of the future, and China wants in on the action.
You got it. They're aiming to launch this bad boy by 2033. Clearly, they're making big moves to catch up to the U.S. in space exploration.
So it's like Space Race 2.0 is officially on. It's almost like every corner of the tech world is heating up right now.
Absolutely. There's so much happening, it's hard to keep track.
Right.
But that's what we're here for, right? To break it all down.
Exactly. So where do we go from here? What other tech wonders await us?
Well, there's this fascinating article in The Neuron about the best and worst places to be an AI company. Turns out the U.S. is currently at the top of the list.
No surprise there, right? I mean, they've got the funding, the talent, and a pretty relaxed approach to AI regulation.
Precisely. It's a hotbed for AI innovation, but it's not the only game in town. Other regions are stepping up their AI game too.
Oh, really? Like who?
Well, if you look at Asia, excluding China, for now they're experimenting with different approaches. Japan is all about industry self-regulation,
Right.
while South Korea has this allow first, regulate later attitude. Then you've got Southeast Asia and India going for more flexible guidelines.
It sounds like a mixed bag of approaches. So where does that leave the rest of the world?
Latin America is definitely in the mix. Brazil has proposed 3 AI laws, while Argentina and Colombia are focusing on ethical frameworks. Uruguay is even pushing for the government to adopt AI.
Wow, it's incredible how AI is becoming a global phenomenon, each region finding its own path.
But, you know, there's always a flip side to every coin. What about the worst places to be an AI company?
Unfortunately, that title goes to Europe. They're known for their stricter regulations. which can make things a bit tough for AI companies trying to innovate.
Yeah, I can imagine. All those regulations can really slow things down. It's a tough balancing act, isn't it? Fostering innovation while ensuring things don't get out of hand.
Absolutely, and that's what makes it so fascinating. It's a constant push and pull, and no one really knows how it's all going to play out.
Well, that's a lot to digest for now, wouldn't you say? Maybe it's time for a little break so our listeners can catch their breath. We'll be right back after this.
You know, while we were talking about the U.S. leading the way in AI,
Something struck me as a bit concerning. Did you see that OpenAI is actually providing AI tools to the U.S. military through Microsoft?
hold on,
Yeah.
really? I hadn't heard about that. That's kind of a big deal, isn't it? AI in the hands of the military?
Yeah, it's raising some eyebrows for sure.
Yeah.
And it's not just OpenAI either. Meta's also getting in on the action, making their Llama models available to U.S. security agencies and contractors like Lockheed Martin and Palantir.
Llama models, what are those?
They're Meta's version of large language models, kind of like GPT,
Yeah,
but with
it's-
their own quirks. Anyway, the point is we're seeing more and more AI being integrated into defense and security. It's a whole new dimension to this tech revolution with some potentially tricky implications.
Yeah, it definitely makes you think about where all this is headed.
Right.
But hey, let's lighten the mood for a second. Have you heard about this AI video game called Oasis?
Oh, yeah. It's causing quite a stir.
Yeah.
They're calling it the first playable AI-generated game where the environments actually create themselves in real time.
So it's like the game is constantly evolving as you play it.
Pretty much.
That's wild.
It really is. The developers, Etched, have really pushed the boundaries here.
Yeah.
And there's this one feature that's just mind-blowing. You can upload any image, anything at all, and Oasis will generate a map in the style of its game world based on that image.
No way. So I could upload a picture of my dog and it would create a dog-themed level.
Pretty much. It really shows the power and creativity of AI.
That's incredible.
Speaking of which, have you heard about Claude 3.5 Haiku?
The name rings a bell, but refresh my memory.
It's this AI model developed by Anthropic. It's been making headlines lately because, while it might not be as powerful as GPT-4o and it doesn't have vision capabilities,
Right.
it's still super intelligent and, get this, way cheaper than other models of similar quality.
So it's like a budget-friendly option for people who don't need all the fancy features.
Exactly. AI is becoming more accessible, which is great news for developers and users alike.
You know, all this talk about cutting-edge AI and space travel makes me wonder, what's next? What other surprises does the tech world have in store for us?
Well, for one, it seems like AI is infiltrating every aspect of our lives, even the job market. LinkedIn just launched its first AI agent specifically designed for recruiters.
Seriously?
Mm.
An AI headhunter?
Yeah.
Now that's intriguing.
Yeah, it's called Hiring Assistant, and it's supposed to streamline all those tedious tasks recruiters have to deal with, like sorting through applications and identifying potential candidates.
So does that mean robots are coming for our jobs?
Not necessarily. Think of it more like an AI helping hand, making the whole process more efficient for everyone involved.
Okay, that makes me feel a little better. So what else is new in the world of robots?
Well, Meta, you know the Facebook folks.
Right.
They're doing some really cool stuff with tactile sensing technology. They've partnered with Gelsite and Wonik Robotics to develop a robot hand that can actually feel touch.
Wait, a robot hand that can feel... Are we talking like a human sense of touch?
Pretty close. It uses advanced tactile sensors to detect changes in pressure, texture, even temperature. It's a huge leap forward in robotics, allowing robots to interact with the world in a much more nuanced way.
Wow. So we're talking robots that can shake hands, handle delicate objects, maybe even give a massage. The possibilities are endless.
Exactly. It's a game changer for fields like manufacturing, healthcare, maybe even space exploration.
Okay, that's seriously cool. But, you know, for all the talk about AI taking over the world, sometimes it's the simple things that impress me the most. Like, did you see that 11 Labs, the AI voice company, just hired the team behind Omnivore, that popular reader app?
I did. That's an interesting move. 11 Labs is known for their amazing AI voices, while Omnivore has this really sleek and intuitive reading experience.
I can't wait to see what they come up with together. An AI-powered audiobook narrator that sounds like your favorite celebrity.
That would be awesome.
Sign me up.
It's exciting to see how these different technologies are merging and pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Speaking of pushing boundaries, remember that AI chatbot we talked about earlier, Claude 3.5 Haiku?
Uh-huh.
Well, Anthropic just released a desktop app for it.
Yep, available for both Mac and Windows. It's a clear sign that AI chatbots are becoming more and more integrated into our daily lives.
It's like having an AI companion right at your fingertips.
Mm.
Pretty soon, we'll be talking to our computers like they're our best friends.
Well, some people already do that. But you're right, it's becoming more commonplace. AI is no longer this distant concept. It's woven into the fabric of our digital lives.
It's amazing to think how far we've come in such a short time. And who knows what incredible advancements are just around the corner.
That's the beauty of the tech world, isn't it? It's constantly evolving, always pushing us to imagine what's next. And honestly, I can't wait to see what the future
Me
holds.
neither. It's a wild ride, that's for sure. But hey, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive into the tech world.
It's been a blast exploring all these fascinating developments with you.
Thanks for tuning in to Byte-Sized Tech. If you enjoyed the episode, like, comment, share, and subscribe for more fun tech discussions. But, for all the talk about AI taking over the world, sometimes it's the simple things that impress me the most. Like, did you see that 11 Labs, the AI voice company, just hired the team behind Omnivore, that popular reader app?
I did. That's an interesting move. 11 Labs is known for their amazing AI voices, while Omnivore has this really sleek and intuitive reading experience.
I can't wait to see what they come up with together. An AI-powered audiobook narrator that sounds like your favorite celebrity. Sign me up.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
It's exciting to see how these different technologies are merging and pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Speaking of pushing boundaries, remember that AI chatbot we talked about earlier, Claude 3.5 Haiku? Well, Anthropic just released a desktop app for it.
Yep, available for both Mac and Windows. It's a clear sign that AI chatbots are becoming more and more integrated into our daily lives.
It's like having an AI companion right at your fingertips. Pretty soon we'll be talking to our computers like they're our best friends.
Well, some people already do that, but you're right. It's becoming more commonplace. AI is no longer this distant concept. It's woven into the fabric of our digital lives.
It's amazing to think how far we've come in such a short time, and who knows what incredible advancements are just around the corner.
That's the beauty of the tech world, isn't it? It's constantly evolving, always pushing us to imagine what's next. And honestly, I can't wait to see what the future holds.
Me neither. It's a wild ride, that's for sure. But hey, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive into the tech world.
It's been a blast exploring all these fascinating developments with you.
Thanks for tuning in to Byte-Sized Tech. If you enjoyed this episode, like, comment, share, and subscribe for more fun tech discussions.